Hi guys, it's me Lewis, and today I'm here to do a little rant video on none other than the digital era. So, I'm sure you're all aware of the whole scenario regarding that we're currently in right now, that we're practically living in a whole Blade Runner Cyberpunk 2077 dystopian nightmare when it comes to government officials and bureaucrats trying to watch our every move and basically spying on us in hopes to make sure that we make that one little fuck up that ruins our lives forever. And what do I mean by this? Well, I'm sure you're all aware by now that government officials, not just in one country, but across the globe, are planning or possibly have already done it already, like they have in my country, where they're literally installing cameras, facial recognitions, age verification, and of course everyone's personal favourite, digital fucking ID. Oh yes, everyone fucking loves digital ID, don't they? The same digital ID that wants to know every personal information about you, every private thing that you do in your life, just to fucking ruin you if you even fucking dare go against the government's will. So, a couple of days ago, I was reading this article, right, where by 2027 of next year in America, which is soon going to be worldwide as well, is that every car manufacturer is going to be forced to install basically AI facial recognition into the main dashboard of said cars. So essentially, and to make matters worse though, that law is going to be updated later on down the line after that bill has been put in place, because what this means is that not only does this fuck you over out of your chances of just trying to get an ordinary car that doesn't have any AI bullshit installed in it, but at the same time, again, that law is going to be updated to where you have no choice but to buy that particular car. And now you think to yourself, oh, that doesn't sound too bad. Like, it just wants to know who the driver is. You want to make sure that you're safe and shit. Maybe so, but apparently this woman has quite the story to tell. Take a look
about this, and I wanted to comment on it because I have a personal experience with it. It isn't something that's happening in the future, it's something that's happening now. I rented a car in Europe, and as the woman handed me the car keys, she said, this is a brand new car, and she was like super excited about it. She was like, it's 2026, it's a brand new car, and I was like, awesome, no one's had a chance to like fart or smoke in it, this will be great. And I'd driven it for a day or two. I was getting on a highway, it was a 6-lane highway. All of a sudden, the gas stopped working. I'm pressing on the gas, I can't get the car to go. So the car is dinging, it's making all this noise, and I can't figure out what's going on. And I look at the dashboard, and in English, it says, sit up straight, we can't find your eyes. Why do you need to see my eyes? That was my first thought. And I'm short, so I sit low in the seat, and I guess, I don't know, maybe I'd been driving a while and I'd kind of slouch down more instead of sitting upright. When I sat upright, the gas would work once again. And so I pressed the gas, but I was slowing down enough that it was going to cause a traffic hazard. And the thing is, it knew I wasn't asleep because I was pressing on the gas. So it knew I was awake. It just wanted to see my eyes. So once I sat upright and leaned forward, I guess it did facial recognition. And then it says, may I send you these results to a third party? To which I said, no, you may not. No. Who is the third party? First of all, who's watching me drive the car to begin with? Secondly, who is the third party you're sending it to? Lastly, it is so dangerous. There are so many scenarios. Losing control of the gas can put a car in a very dangerous situation. What if I was pulling out in front of a semi-truck? I was going over a railroad track. And the absolute worst part is the argument for this is to combat sleepy drivers. And the truth is, if you fall asleep while you're driving, you're not going to be pushing down all the way on the gas. You're going to let up. You're going to relax. No one keeps their foot pointed while they're asleep. If they say, well, what about cruise control? Then just take off cruise control. Disable cruise control in cars. That's the solution. Not, I need to see your eyeballs for the car to work.
If that doesn't fucking scare the shit out of you, I don't know what the fuck will. Because she's not wrong on that. Because AI is, well, especially in today's age, it's still fucking flawed. That much is obvious. However, the fact that it doesn't even respond to a new driver or a new user of said driver when it kills the fucking engine within that particular car really should concern you, because think about another scenario, right? And this scenario is most, and these scenarios, I would say, sorry, are most likely going to happen. So let's start off with this one, right? What if you're driving down the highway around like 60 miles an hour at full speed because your wife is going into fucking labor, right? And you need to get her to the hospital as quick as possible, only to have the AI kill off the engine within your car, which could possibly lead to a full-on collision on the fucking highway, where you or your wife or anyone else behind you could fucking die. Again, none of these fuckers even dare to think this shit through. Which yes, I get why this bill's being put in place to try and prevent any more accidents from fucking happening, involving the whole Biden administration being involved in it. But you've got to understand, this isn't going to work. This is going to fucking backfire horribly. And now you think to yourself, but what happens if the AI kills the engine in my switch loaders and cause my car to crash? Can I at the very least sue the manufacturers or sue the government for it? Fuck no, you won't, because like I said, it's gonna be fucking law. There's nothing you can do about it. The only scenario that you can do is either process the fuck out of it or go on a fucking rampage like everyone else will do in the near future, because they'll have nothing left to lose. Because our entire lives now are being slowly taken away from us. Our purpose in life is being taken away from us because all these big tech companies want to be the lazy, cheap bastards that they fucking are. And good luck giving a fucking illegal migrant slave labor, sunshine, because even that's going to be taken away from them very soon as well. Because again, machines, because they have this delusional belief that we don't have to fucking work at all. We can just sit back, relax, not have to worry about anything, on the fact that we need to behave ourselves, make sure we have a positive social credit score like they have in China, because if we say something bad or criticize the government, it will go down, and they'll cut all access to whatever we want to fucking buy online or in actual fucking establishments that are willing to pay. That is the type of privacy and freedom being taken away from us. And again, you Americans, you guys have freedom of speech. I'll give you points of that. You have way better freedom of speech than us here in the UK. But where's your freedom of privacy now? Where is it? Exactly. It's going away, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. And it really does frighten the fuck out of me that we now have tyrants in power which it's no coincidence at all that this shit was easily coordinated, because like it's not like one government thought of this idea then everyone else followed suit. No. Every single government official, every single corporate head came together and said, you know what? Let's fuck over our people. Let's take away their fucking privacy. Let's know everything about them, so we can one day use that shit against them if they even dared criticize us. So we can fucking call the police on their asses and have them fucking arrested over something so fucking minor, because we're such sensitive little assholes. That's essentially what they're gonna do here. I mean, fucking hell. Look what's happening with both Microsoft and Sony, for God's sake. I mean, like they've introduced fucking age verification features on the Xbox and PS5, and the response to that is very fucking negative, and understandably so, because nobody wants to give out their personal information to a third party company that's gonna fuck them over in the long run, or just keep harassing them with a bunch of fucking advertisements. No one fucking wants that shit, and I don't blame them. Because what this is going to do is, right, because this is going to cause two separate scenarios. This is either going to cause scenario number one, every fucking person across the globe is going to go on a violent rampage, murdering riot police, murdering politicians and their security guards, just like what the people of Nepal did when their previous government cut all access to the fucking internet and just went on a fucking rampage, as I just said. Or scenario number two, Scenario number 2 is even more interesting. Everyone is going to go offline by going back to analog tech, to the point where big tech companies like Microsoft, like IBM, like Apple, like Google, they all go bankrupt because of it. And therefore, it's going to restart the internet. And as much as I want Scenario 2 to happen more and more, sadly, that's not the case. Because they're taking, like I said, they're taking away humanity's purpose, right? Because us humans, we are programmed to do something. We are programmed to feel like we are capable of showing off skills, right? We are capable of building, or perhaps fixing something, or perhaps showing a bit of art, stuff like that. But unfortunately, all that shit is being replaced by fucking machines, to where there's no fucking balance anymore. There used to be a time where we had a mix of humans and AI either working together or working separately at completely different cases, right? And unfortunately, we are now in a position, right, where government officials truly do believe that everyone is against them for very understandable reasons, and rightfully so. And someone like me could end up fucking arrested simply because I've made criticisms about the government in the past. And speaking of which, since I've mentioned that scenario 1 of people just going into full-blown civil war, really just hit me on the head just now about several rant videos I did years back of criticizing the government, right, where I made a prediction that a civil war is coming. And it's most likely going to be arriving a lot earlier than expected, because, again, the 2030s, it's going to be a dark age for humanity. Believe you me, it's going to be so fucking dark to where if you don't hand over your personal information and don't get yourself a digital ID, guess what? You won't be able to buy your own fucking food. All your fucking money is going to be all your money is going to be fucking replaced with social credit scores, just like in fucking China. And worst of all, any negative thing that you say about anyone within the elite class, your life is going to be fucking ruined, and very soon you could possibly fucking die from it. That is how fucking evil this is, and it's absolutely foul and disgusting. And I'm gonna be absolutely honest with everyone right now, right? Because all these protests that I've been seeing in the UK, right, where such as the Free Speech Union and hashtag Together, right, and also the Unite the Kingdom rally, these protests aren't gonna fucking stop this. Nepal has proven the only way to stop this madness is by going on a violent rampage. Again, I don't fucking want it, but the sad reality is it's going to happen, because, again, government officials are turning all of us into monsters, because all they care about is the fucking profit margins. Whatever you say about Donald Trump, he's all for this one part of the Biden administration. He doesn't give a fuck. As long as it gives him money, that's all that fucking matters to him. And it's gonna fuck us all over in the long run. Believe you me. Once it happens in one country, it's gonna happen to everybody else. Especially here in the UK, especially in France, Germany, fucking Australia, Russia. Just you watch. We are all gonna be fucked. And it's gonna turn into a fucking dark hellhole for us to live in. Now, I'm sure you're all aware of the whole scenario regarding here in the UK with the whole Online Safety Act that came into play last year, and believe you me, it has caused significant fucking damage. Not just in local websites here in the UK, but also worldwide, where foreign companies and small businesses are forced to literally cut off any access within UK servers simply because they received a fucking bullshit fine from Ofcom telling them to fucking pay up or get an age verification system in order for them to leave them alone, which essentially is just just blackmailing like a fucking loan shark at that point, right? But anyway, the point is though, is that yes, we can all agree that kids need to be protected from harmful content or porn online. That much is blatantly obvious. But the fact that the UK government is using, and I mean they are using any bullshit excuse to justify why quote unquote porn sites are considered harmful to children. Which, of course, the Online Safety Act isn't about protecting kids at all. It's another bullshit excuse to fucking control us. They know it. I know it. Everyone fucking knows it, right? And Ofcom, to make it very clear right now to those who live outside the UK, it is run by a mix of Karens and nonces. And the new CEO that came in knows nothing about protecting fucking children. So, ain't that a fucking treat, ain't it, ladies and gentlemen? And also, one story I want to add is the fact that this one dude here in the UK has spent hundreds upon hundreds of pounds on buying shitloads of shitloads of hard drives to download porn whilst using a VPN, because he knows the VPN ban is coming. Because everyone's been using that shit to bypass all these restrictions, whether it's to go on actual porn or to access mental health forums, which, yes, mental health forums are blocked here in the UK for some bullshit fucking reason, because no one wants to fucking use the NHS's mental health support because it's fucking shit, and I mean it's shit for obvious reasons. Even other websites who are just trying to run a small business, like, you know, like possibly like selling tires or perhaps selling bootleg burner phones or some shit like that, right? Even they're getting affected by this, and it's absolutely fucking dog shit, because again it all rolls back to big tech. It all, like, they're allowed to get away with this shit, but when it comes to everything else, oh no, that's a big no in their book, because the Digital Service Act in Europe is practically the same thing, and if I remember correctly, even isn't America getting their own version of the Online Safety Act? Because that's what it fucking feels like at this point. Because again, this has nothing to do with protecting children at all. Like, we can all agree on that. Like these bills are so fucking draconian as shit. They will update them in the future where they're going to start abusing their power, where we can't even access any fucking website at all. And again, this rolls back to the whole Nepal shit, where we may have the internet, but they're going to cut off any free access from it, rather than just cutting off all access altogether. Okay, guys, that's all I have time for, so don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what are your thoughts on the whole scenario regarding, you know, us living in this digital dystopian nightmare. Do you think we'll survive it? Do you think scenario number 2 might happen, or scenario number 1 is most likely going to happen, in my personal opinion? Do let me know in the comment section. Okay, guys, peace out.